guys, this is Jean from Happy Indulgence, and today I'm here to review my first Brandon Sanderson read, and that is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. This is my first Brandon Sanderson book I've ever read. I have heard so much about the Mistborn series and a lot about his fantasy writing, so I was really keen to get into this book. So in this review I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the book, and there'll be no spoilers, so feel free to watch if you have read the book or not. So basically with Skyward, I knew I was really keen on reading it because I haven't read any of his other books before, and this one has just come out, and it's a sci-fi read about a girl called Spencer who's really interested in becoming a pilot. And the thing is that her father was a deserter, so no one trusts her to become a pilot because they think she's going to do the cowardly thing and escape as well. So they pretty much can't trust her. The thing about Spencer is she's lost her father, but she is really keen on her life's goal to become a pilot and to fly a spaceship to help defend against an onslaught of alien invaders called the Krell. It's basically about Spencer overcoming her own inadequacies and her amateur ability in being a pilot. She ends up joining the pilot training school, and together with a squad with different call signs, they undergo pilot training, learn how to fly spaceships, they banter with one another and form a really tight-knit crew, which becomes the Skyward Squad. So in this book, it's actually over 500 pages, and I found like the pacing was a bit too slow for me. Basically, after reading the blurb on the back, number one, you know about Spencer already, you know she wants to become a pilot. It also revolves a lot around the pilot training, and I found, unless you have a keen interest in aviation, there were a lot of technical details in here about the flight itself. So you know, there's things about the boosters, what the spacecrafts are equipped with, the different type of flight maneuvers they can undergo, what each of the squad mates excel at, and what their strengths were in terms of flying. But there wasn't too much in terms of character development. Spencer herself, she's a really quirky character. I find that she comes across as socially awkward, mainly because she keeps on spouting off nonsense about, I will eat your heart out as an enemy, or I will invade the world that you live on. You know, that sort of thing, because she has a lot of bravado but not a lot of substance behind it, and she knows it. So she uses this bravado to try and connect with others and to protect herself against the inadequacy that she feels as a pilot. Other than that, about her personality, I actually found over 500 pages, it was kind of one-dimensional. You know that she's really keen in becoming a pilot, and you know that she's gonna give it her all, but I didn't find that I knew too much about her other than that, and other than that farce that she puts on for other people as well. The lack of character development also goes down into her squad mates. There are quite a lot of them, to be honest. There were some that I found were throwaway characters. One by one they keep on dropping out of the flight squad, which is normal because of the different challenges that they encounter. They are going through flight training, but then the Krell attack at random times, so they do end up in real space battles as well. One way that you learn about the characters and the different squad that you're with outside of the aviation school that you're in is spending time with them outside of the classroom, but I find that didn't happen much, and it was explained away conveniently because Spencer had to get into this flight school in an unconventional way. She doesn't live with them, she doesn't eat with them, she pretty much lives in a cave outside on her own. So that was a convenient way for her not to get to know her squad mates, and I found that slightly frustrating. The other frustrating thing about this book is that it is a sci-fi book, it is set on another planet, but other than the spaceships that they use and the different Krell attacking them and the alien invaders attacking them, there isn't too much in the way of world building, and I found that pretty weird for a sci-fi read. I mean, why are they on this different planet? Why are there humans who are pretty much like Earthlings on it? And why are the Krell attacking them? See, that was a point of contention for me throughout the whole book, because while they're training in this flight squad, the Krell keep on attacking them, but then there's a lot of questions that crop up about why that's happening. Not only for Spencer and the squad mates, but you as a reader, you want to know why, you want to know who these aliens are, you want to know why they're not sending out a full force of spaceships to overpower them, and why they're just sending enough ships to keep the Earthlings at bay, or the humans at bay, I should say. So those were questions that I had throughout the whole thing, and it's not actually answered until the last 50 pages, and even in the epilogue was where we found out a bit more about the planet that she's living on, and a bit more about the Krell. So I found that pretty frustrating because it's such a long-winded book. There's so much focus on the flight technicalities and on the details and on the spaceships and on the boosters and the aviation training and the pilot training, but there's not much around the mystery that I wanted to know about and the world building, and that often takes me out of sci-fi setting or a fantasy setting when you don't know too much about the world that they're operating in. The other thing is there's also M-Bot. So M-Bot is a really fun, snarky AI character. Admittedly, M-Bot's probably my favorite character in the whole book because it's like basically a spaceship that talks, but it's equipped with like a personality that can make snarky comments, that tries to relate to humans, and it provided a lot of comedic relief that you didn't get from the squad mates or from the aviation training. So I like that part about the book as well. Spencer also has a friend called Rig who helps her to repair M-Bot, but I didn't find there was too much development there either. Anyway, I'm glad I read this book. It was an interesting read and I liked learning more about the Skyward crew and the pilot training set on a different planet. I'm really glad I got some of the answers I was looking for eventually. The plot was really slow paced, but I did end up enjoying it, and I think I gave this 3.5 stars. Let me know if you guys have read this book or if you're interested in reading it in the comments down below, and I hope you guys enjoyed my review. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.